All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Natty. Today I'm gonna show you the ultimate warm-up to help you prevent your ACL injury. And studies shows that if you have proper dynamic warm-up, it's gonna reduce that injury rate down drastically. So we're gonna go over a simple, effective warm-up that's gonna help you stabilize, activate, and increase your mobility right before your game or your practice. So let's get right into it. All right, so the first part of the warm-up is gonna be the mobility part. So that's important because we wanna get your hips, your knees, your ankle ready to go and feeling loose. So the first one we're gonna do a little leg swing with a little RDLs and then knee hugs, right? So you're gonna come down here, you're gonna reach down, come up, and you're gonna hug your knee. So what we're focusing on is loading this outside leg, right? So when I'm reaching down, I'm stretching my hips and I'm driving up. I'm stretching the front side of my hip, but also the back side of the opposite hip, right? So you're gonna come down, nice and easy. Really, again, I've seen people do this and they do it really fast, so they don't really get the activation or the mobility aspects. So you wanna go nice and slow, come up, drive up. You can move slowly forward. And I would just spend a minute doing this. You're gonna reach, try to get as low as you can, maintain that balance, pushing to the ground, driving up. So that's the portion of the leg swing, RDLs into knee hugs. So the next one, we're gonna go into warming up your hips, and it's gonna be a nice hip opener for you, okay? So all you're gonna do, you're gonna get to a nice squat position, right? I usually just reach down, grab the top of my foot, come down here, really squat down, and then from there, we're gonna slowly just push back up. So get a nice squat. When I'm in the bottom of the squat, sometimes I kind of shift my hip forward a little bit, kind of like side to side, so that way I get a nice hip opener. And I'm just reaching back up to stretch out the hamstring. Just gonna go, 6 to 10 on this one. I'm hanging out here. I'm opening up my hips a little bit, rotating side to side, driving up. I'll show you from the different angle. Squatting down, hang there, kind of rotate for a little bit, and then push right back up. And then for the last couple one, I'm probably gonna go here, do a little bit faster. So that's gonna be the portion of the deep squat, hip opener, but also hamstring stretch at the same time. So that's gonna be the second part of our mobility dynamic warm-up. So we'll get on to the next phase now. All right, so the second phase of our ultimate dynamic warm-up is gonna be muscle activation, which is extremely important. Now that we're stretched, we have all the mobility, we wanna wake up all these muscles so that way they know what to do when you're on the field. So the first thing we're gonna do glute and hamstring activation. So you're gonna come down, and from here, all you're gonna do, first thing first with the bridge, you wanna drive your belly button down to your spine. You're gonna bridge all the way up, keeping that core engaged, squeezing your butt, and all you're gonna do, you're just gonna slowly walk out. I would do like 3 steps, keep the butt up the whole time as we're walking, and we're just gonna do 5 of these. So there and back, count as 1. I'll be there Tuesday. We'll go 2 more. So as I'm doing this, I'm really maintaining my glute activation. So you feel everything here warming up and activating. 1 more. Awesome. So when you do this, if you feel these muscles firing, that means you're ready to go. Your glutes are warming up and your hamstrings are warming up. So we'll go to the next one, which is gonna be the lateral band walk. All right, so the next activation is gonna be lateral band walk. Seen people do this all the time. I wanna make sure you guys do it right because it's extremely important to really warm up your glutes, especially your glute max, your glute medius, because when you go on the field, you're gonna be doing lateral side to side movement. And if you don't do this correctly, that's where you're gonna put yourself, your knee, your ACL at risk. I like when the band is slightly below my knees, right? From here, we're gonna go into athletic positions, which is this right here, triple flexion. The weight's gonna be in the front of my foot, not so much on my heel, right? And from here, all we're gonna do, keep the tension of the band so the band doesn't pull your knees in like so. You're keeping this out, and we're gonna take 10 to 15 steps this way. So if I'm going to my left, I'm pushing off with my right. So notice I'm gonna push off here to go that way, right? I'm not dragging, I'm not letting this knee out, turn in, so I'm pushing away. I'm stepping slow. Nice slow step. There you go. Really think about pushing, using this hip. Do a couple more steps there. Good. Now from there, I'm gonna push off with the left to go to the right. There you go. Keep that core engaged. You shouldn't feel your back at all. You shouldn't be arching when you're doing this. And now I'm gonna switch the angle so you guys can see my back position, right? I'm really not arching here. I'm keeping nice and neutral, right? And if I'm going this way, I'm gonna push off with my left to go to the right. Feeling my left hip working really hard. Then I'm gonna push off with my right to go to the left. Don't let that knee turn in. Don't let the band pull your knees in. Awesome, and that's our second exercise for the ultimate warm-up to activate your glutes. Now let's go to the last portion of this ultimate warm-up to get you ready to go on the field at your practice. All right, so now the last part of our ultimate warm-up is gonna help with your balance, coordination, and mobility, kind of putting everything together. So the one thing that I really like is to do a walking lunge with some rotation, right? So you're gonna step down, do your more normal lunge, but I want you to add a little rotation in there and out here. And notice that I don't want my knee to follow me every time I rotate. I want it to stay nice and stable, right? And then from there, I'm gonna come down, lunge, rotate, rotate. And then lunge down. Obviously you can do this in place. Rotate. And I would go 6 to 10 on each side. Rotate, 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 rotate. What's great about this, you get your nice mid back to rotate, to open, to help with some T-spine mobility as well. All right, and last one, we're gonna put it all together by doing some skater hops. This is extremely important because if you're playing any sport, you're always gonna go side to side, right? And skater hop is a good way to really load your hips, engage your core, and teach you how to move side to side. So we're gonna go one leg at a time. You're gonna come down, land here, similar to the band walk. Land, signal landing, push off, right? And then you're gonna go, I would say 5 to 10 yards with this one. Signal landing, pushing off, signal landing. I do one more trip back. Remember, the landing is just as important as pushing off. Notice when I land into my hips. Boom. All right, and that is it for our ultimate ACL prevention warm-up video. So if you do this, you're gonna track your mobility, your stabilization, and activation of your muscle. If you do this every single day before your workout, your practice, your game, your knee and your ACL will thank you. And like I said, if this is the first time you're here, please like, subscribe, share this video to your teammates or someone that you know that can actually use this. If you're new to this channel, please check out the video that we have. We have a dynamic warm-up video that's going into full detail of how to warm up your lower body. Click right here, and then you can click on this one for the ultimate warm-up for your upper body right here. And I'll see you next time.